got another question in here today, this time asking about a possible PG-13 version of Deadpool 3. Take a listen.
Hey, John and crew, this is Carson. If you remember back in 2018, Fox released a PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2 called Once Upon a Deadpool. And it made me really curious now that everybody's talking that Deadpool 3 is going to be for sure rated R. Is it possible that they release a PG-13 cut rather on Disney Plus or a special release in theaters? Love to hear your opinion. Bring on Filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in. And, you know, I got to admit, I have never, ever understood why Once Upon a Deadpool ever came into being. I never even understood why they did it. They had to know it wasn't going to make a lot of people happy. Now, look, again, I think somebody probably had this neat idea about doing a play on Princess Bride, do the whole Princess Bride thing, bring in Fred Savage, which isn't at all problematic now, but go ahead, bring in Fred Savage, all that kind of stuff. I get the idea, but was anybody, look, let's put it this way. I never hear anybody talking about Once Upon a Deadpool. Like, that came out. I got some people talking about it because it's Deadpool that's been toned down to a PG-13. It was the previous Deadpool movies brought down to a PG-13 and put in this gimmick. Oh, all right. It's fine for a streaming special, I suppose. But I have never really gotten what they thought the purpose of it was and what it was ultimately really going to be. But it does exist. The studio that made Deadpool made a PG-13 version of it, called it Once Upon Deadpool, and they put it out. Well, now Disney owns it. And because there is precedent and there is an example of it, it is not a silly question to ask, do you think Disney, the House of Mouse, could possibly be looking at, hey, we could do a PG-13 version of this. Now, we all know that Deadpool 3 will be rated R. Right? Kevin Feige's confirmed that. He said, like, we are not going to have R-rated stuff in Marvel except for Deadpool. He's always pointed that out. Nothing we do will be R-rated stuff except for Deadpool. So we know Deadpool's going to be rated R. Could they theoretically put together a PG-13 version that could go on Disney Plus and say, hey, for the adults, once the movie's done its theatrical run, and it goes to Disney Plus. For the adults, here's Deadpool 3 theatrical. If you want to watch it with the kiddos, here's the PG-13 version of Deadpool 3. You could do that. I mean, it really wouldn't take any more shooting. It would just the edit bay. I don't know how much of the movie would be left. At that point, it becomes a 15-minute special, I suppose. I just don't think they'll do it. I just think they know that whatever benefit you could get from having a family-friendly version of Deadpool 3 will be instantly undermined and overtaken by the backlash. A lot of people will be saying, that's not even Deadpool anymore. That's not even the real thing. So while I understand why you'd ask the question because there is precedent. And I could even understand the reason for the discussion because, hey, it is Disney. I just think at the end of the day, it is not something they should do, and I don't think it's something they will do. Anyway, Rob, it is an interesting question because they did make that Once Upon a Time thing. Could you see a possibility, a future here, where after Deadpool 3 has done its theatrical run, that we see a PG-13 version of it? I don't know. What do you think?
It really depends. I mean, I don't know what the economics, it comes down to the economics. Did Once Upon a Deadpool make any money or enough money that it would justify doing something like that? The only thing is, if they knew they were going to do it and they wanted to bring Fred Savage back, not that they would, but if they were going to do something like that, they could do it during principal photography. Because I don't believe they did Once Upon a Time, Once Upon a Deadpool. They didn't do that during principal photography. So if they use it as a marketing ploy, maybe. But John, with the amount of money that streamers are now claiming they're losing, the last thing they're going to want to do is spend more money when they don't have to. And Deadpool is an R-rated franchise. I mean, it is $1.5 billion plus franchise. This will take it over the $2 billion mark as far as 3 movies go. And I wouldn't imagine that they would want to spend any more money than they need to or dilute the Deadpool experience. I just don't think they're going to do it. Unless, of course, I'm not aware that they actually made a lot of money on the PG Deadpool. If they
I'm not
did,
quite sure how they could have made money on it.
I don't either. But maybe they did because they already had the finished film. All they had to do was shoot the wraparound, so everything was sort of, and in terms of marketing, was it gravy? I mean, I don't know. But if it made money, maybe we could see it. I don't think it did. So I probably will err on the side of they're not going to do it.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The Deadpool franchise did pull out a PG-13 of it before. Could Disney do the same? If anybody would do it, you'd think it would be Disney. But I just don't see a way that they would do it or why they would do it. Maybe you see different rationale. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I made the switch over to Mint Mobile a while ago. The process couldn't have been easier, and I can't believe that I am spending less than a third of what I was spending on one of the other major carriers before. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.